Okay, so I'm going to show you how to take, if you're like me and have your entire year planned out, all of your calendar options and bring them in one fell swoop into Finalsite. So I'm just going to do a brief example using the tests and one assignment for my pre-calc class for this coming year. So what I have here in Excel is I created just one sheet here that lists all of my tests and then just one homework assignment here. The titles here don't have to be listed as start date, title, and event type, although that's what Finalsite will call them. Whatever you title them up here, you'll be able to pick out in Finalsite. We'll see that in a minute. So the important things for me to put in here are the start date, just when I want them to show up, the title, what I want to show up on Finalsite so the kids can see, and then the event type. This is the only category that needs to match the category in Finalsite. So if you're not sure exactly, is it homework or homeworks or test or tests, just go into Finalsite, go ahead and make one assignment like you normally would, and just see what the names of the options are there. The only thing, if you are doing an assignment where it has a start date and an end date in Finalsite, you would need a fourth column here. So, all right, so I have this all set up in Excel. What I'm going to do to import this is you need to go ahead and save a copy, not as an Excel workbook, but as a tab delimited file, a txt file right there. All right, and give it a name for just that sheet. So I'm going to call this an import example, and I'm going to put it into a Finalsite folder that I have here. There we go, and I'll save that. And just hit yes to this. What this says is that I have a whole bunch of tabs open at the bottom. Basically, you're just saving the current tab, the one that you have open here, as that file. It's just taking this one, not all of the others. Hit OK. And then the important thing for the import to work, you're probably going to need to have Excel closed. So go ahead and close that out, and we'll go back into Finalsite. OK, so Finalsite, I've got my Honors Pre-Calc Period 4 D block class here. And so I'm going to import all of those assignments all at once, the one assignment and the tests, under Calendar Tools. Calendar Tools, Import Events. And I'm going to choose tab delimited. That's the file type we saved. I'll choose my file. It's here in Finalsite. It was Dan import example. There we go. I am going to check publish on import. I always like that to happen so I don't have to go back and click them one by one. If you did want them to be unpublished after you import, you could leave that unclicked. So go ahead and import. And so these were the names of my columns, the column header, start date. And so I want that to actually be pushed into the start date in Finalsite. So you could have called this whatever you want. And over here, this is where it's going to flow into Finalsite. So the title matches up with my title, and event type is the event type. And you can see the other options here. Most importantly, the end date and the end time, if you need to have that option for assignments. All right, let's confirm our import. Here they come. And the following events have been successfully imported, all of my tests and the one homework assignment. Let's go ahead and make sure that that's actually true. And so I look on my calendar page, and there it is, next Wednesday, next Thursday, the first homework assignment. We start the year in pre-calc in chapter 6.3, since they shared the book with Algebra 2. And then there's the first test, chapter 6. So hopefully that helps. Any questions, let me know.